5 a.m. Club, Educational Commentary and Critical Analysis. Welcome to this educational commentary on Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. This analysis is designed to explore the book's core concepts, examine its methodology, and provide critical perspective on its approach to personal development. This is not a substitute for reading the original work, but rather an academic examination of its themes and ideas. What the book intends to teach. Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club presents itself as a revolutionary guide to personal mastery, built around a deceptively simple premise. Waking up at 5 a.m. can transform your life, but the book's ambitions extend far beyond sleep schedules. At its heart, this work attempts to teach readers a comprehensive system for human excellence across 4 dimensions that Sharma calls the 4 interior empires: mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set. The book's primary teaching revolves around what Sharma terms the victory hour, that first hour of your day from 5 to 6 a.m. According to the framework presented, this hour should be divided into 3 20-minute segments, known as the 20-20-20 formula. The first 20 minutes are dedicated to intense physical movement to wake up your body and spike neurochemicals. The second 20 minutes focus on reflection, planning, and meditation. The final 20 minutes are reserved for learning and growth through reading, studying, or skill development. Beyond this tactical framework, the book intends to teach several broader principles. First, it emphasizes that personal transformation requires what Sharma calls the habit installation protocol, a 66-day process where new behaviors move from difficulty through struggle and eventually to automaticity. The book argues that true excellence requires consistency over intensity, and that world-class performers distinguish themselves not through talent alone, but through rigorous daily practices that compound over time. The work also attempts to teach a philosophy of life that prioritizes personal development as the foundation for professional success. Sharma argues that most people have this equation backward. They sacrifice their health, relationships, and inner peace for career advancement, only to find that external success without internal fulfillment feels hollow. The book presents the case that by investing in yourself first thing each morning, you create the energy, clarity, and capability to excel in all other areas of life. Through a narrative structure featuring 3 characters, a struggling entrepreneur, a blocked artist, and a billionaire mentor known as the Spellbinder, the book aims to teach that human potential is far greater than most people realize. It suggests that mediocrity is not a reflection of our true capacity, but rather the result of distraction, poor habits, and a culture that celebrates busyness over true productivity. The educational intent extends to challenging readers' relationship with difficulty. Sharma teaches that discomfort is not something to avoid, but rather the price of entry for an extraordinary life. The book frames early morning rising and disciplined routines not as punishment, but as privileges, opportunities to invest in your future self while the rest of the world sleeps. Finally, the work intends to teach a perspective on legacy and contribution. It argues that genuine fulfillment comes not from accumulation, but from creation, not from consumption, but from adding value to the world. The morning routine, in this framework, becomes the vehicle for developing the capabilities needed to make meaningful contributions. Now that we understand what the book sets out to teach, let's examine our critical analysis of these concepts. Our critical analysis, examining the framework. The 5 a.m. Premise, timing versus principle. Let's begin with the most obvious question. Is 5 a.m. actually magical? The book's title makes a bold claim, but our analysis suggests that the specific timing may be less important than the underlying principle. What Sharma is really advocating for is priority management, dedicating your peak cognitive hours to personal development before the demands of the day encroach. The research on chronobiology, the study of biological rhythms, tells us that people have different chronotypes. Some individuals are genuinely wired to be most alert in the early morning, while others reach peak cognitive function later in the day. Studies have shown that forcing a natural night owl to adopt an early morning routine can actually decrease performance and increase health risks. However, there's validity to the core principle. The early morning does offer something unique: uninterrupted time. For many people, 5 a.m. represents a period before emails arrive, before family members wake, before the urgent drowns out the important. The value isn't necessarily in the hour itself, but in claiming time before external demands begin. Our analysis suggests that readers should extract the principle, create dedicated, protected time for personal development, while remaining flexible about when that time occurs. A 9 p.m. club for a night shift worker, or a 4 p.m. club for someone whose family responsibilities require early morning attention, could be equally effective. The 20-20-20 formula, structure with flexibility. The book's 20-20-20 formula provides an appealing structure: 20 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of reflection, and 20 minutes of learning. This framework has several strengths worth acknowledging. First, it's specific enough to be actionable. Vague advice like "tinde ko take care of yourself" often fails because it doesn't translate into concrete behavior. By contrast, do 20 minutes of movement removes decision fatigue and creates clear parameters. Second, the formula addresses multiple dimensions of human development. The integration of physical, mental, and intellectual growth within a single hour recognizes that excellence is multidimensional. This holistic approach distinguishes Sharma's framework from more narrowly focused productivity systems. Third, the 20-minute segments are psychologically manageable. Research on motivation suggests that shorter, defined periods of effort are easier to initiate than open-ended commitments. 20 minutes feels achievable, even for someone who hasn't exercised in years or hasn't picked up a book in months. However, our critical analysis identifies some limitations. The rigid structure may not accommodate individual needs or circumstances. Someone recovering from an injury might benefit more from gentle stretching than intense cardio. A person dealing with anxiety might need 40 minutes of meditation and reflection rather than splitting time equally across 3 categories. Additionally, the formula assumes that everyone needs the same proportion of physical, reflective, and learning time. In reality, different life seasons call for different emphases. Someone in a period of grief might need more reflection time. An individual preparing for a career transition might benefit from more learning time. The stronger interpretation of the 20-20-20 formula, in our view, is as a starting template rather than a rigid prescription. It provides structure for beginners while allowing experienced practitioners to adapt based on their evolving needs. The Habit Installation Protocol, the 66-day journey. Sharma emphasizes that habits take 66 days to install, moving through 3 distinct phases: destruction of old patterns, installation of new behaviors, and integration into automatic routines. This concept deserves careful examination. The 66-day time frame comes from research by Philippa Lally and colleagues at University College London, who found that on average, it takes 66 days for a behavior to become automatic. However, the study also revealed significant individual variation. Some habits took 18 days to form, while others required over 200 days. The book's treatment of this research is both helpful and potentially misleading. It's helpful because it sets realistic expectations. Many people abandon new habits after a few weeks, believing that if it's still difficult, they must be doing something wrong. Understanding that discomfort is normal for an extended period can increase persistence. However, the presentation can be misleading if readers interpret 66 days as a universal timeline, or worse, as a finish line. Habit formation is better understood as a continuum than a binary switch. Even well-established habits require ongoing attention and can deteriorate during periods of stress or disruption. analysis suggests that the more valuable teaching isn't the specific number of days, but the acknowledgement that behavioral change follows a predictable pattern. Initial enthusiasm, followed by difficulty, followed by gradual automaticity. Understanding this pattern helps people navigate the inevitable challenges without interpreting them as personal failure. The four interior empires, a holistic framework. Sharma's concept of the four interior empires, mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set, represents an attempt to create a comprehensive model of human flourishing. Let's examine each dimension critically. Mindset refers to your mental frameworks, beliefs, and cognitive patterns. The book rightly emphasizes that your interpretations of events matter more than the events themselves. This aligns with decades of research in cognitive psychology showing that cognitive reframing can significantly impact emotional well-being and performance. Heartset addresses emotional wisdom and resilience. Sharma argues that success requires not just intellectual capability, but emotional intelligence, the ability to manage your emotions and navigate relationships effectively. This dimension acknowledges that brilliant people often underperform when they lack emotional regulation skills. HealthSet encompasses physical vitality. The book makes a compelling case that energy management trumps time management. You can have 12 hours in a day, but if you lack the physical energy to think clearly and act decisively, those hours won't be productive. This emphasis on physical health as foundational to other forms of success is well supported by research. SoulSet refers to your sense of purpose, meaning, and connection to something larger than yourself. Sharma argues that without this dimension, external achievements feel empty. This aligns with research on eudaimonic well-being, the finding that purpose and meaning contribute to life satisfaction independent of pleasure or success. The strength of this framework is its integration. Many self-help approaches focus exclusively on mindset or habits or purpose, creating an incomplete picture. By addressing all four dimensions, Sharma provides a more comprehensive model. The limitation is that the framework can feel overwhelming. Readers might interpret it as requiring simultaneous optimization across all four empires, leading to paralysis rather than action. A more practical application might involve assessing which empire most needs attention at any given time and focusing efforts accordingly. The narrative device, fable as teaching tool. Before we continue to part 2, it's worth examining Sharma's choice to present these ideas through a narrative featuring fictional characters rather than a straightforward instructional format. The book follows 3 protagonists: an entrepreneur facing business failure, an artist experiencing creative block, and a mysterious billionaire who serves as their mentor. This fable format has both advantages and drawbacks from an educational perspective. The primary advantage is accessibility. Story engages different parts of the brain than pure instruction. Characters facing relatable struggles can help readers see themselves in the narrative, potentially increasing motivation and emotional investment in the concepts being taught. Additionally, the narrative format allows Sharma to demonstrate principles in action rather than simply describing them. We see characters struggling with early mornings, experiencing breakthroughs, and navigating setbacks. This modeling of the process can be more instructive than abstract advice. However, the fable format also creates challenges. The story sometimes feels like a vehicle for delivering lessons rather than a genuine narrative with organic character development. The billionaire mentor character in particular can come across as unrealistically perfect, someone who has mastered all dimensions of life and dispenses wisdom without apparent struggle or limitation. This idealized portrayal risks creating an unattainable standard. Readers might compare their messy, complicated reality to the streamlined transformations in the story and feel inadequate. Real behavioral change is rarely as linear or dramatic as narrative structure requires. Our assessment is that the fable format serves as an effective hook and engagement device, But readers should maintain critical distance from the narrative itself. Extract the principles being demonstrated without expecting your own journey to mirror the story's arc.